Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. This is DIY for Homers by Mother-Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki, and today we have 3 segments for you. A fast DIY, a oops moment, and a project follow-up.
But before we get started, we wanted to let you know, on our last show we shared that we just hit 10,000 subs on YouTube, Yay! Which is so exciting. But in the last couple weeks, we actually had a video really do well on YouTube. If you remember our PVC privacy screen, that's really exploded, and a ton of people have been watching it, and now we have 16,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is crazy. 6,000 in just like a couple weeks, in a week. Yeah, so that's crazy. Thank you so much for subscribing, and if you're new to us, hi.
Well, to put that in perspective, it took us 4 years to get to 10 and a week to get 6,000 more. So
that's crazy.
For us, that's really, really big.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
Thank you again for subscribing, and thank you for joining us.
Yes. So let's get into today's show, Mom.
Okay, we're doing a fast DIY, and if you're a long-time viewer, you've seen this before. We put a little spin on it, so take it away. You'll see what we did.
We'll be using a 1/4 by 2 inch poplar wood board and 3 3/8 inch by 36 inch square wood dowels. We'll be using a multi-tool to cut the wood and a SureBonder 60-watt cordless glue gun. The first step is to cut 4 14-inch wood dowels. Next, we cut 8 2.5 inch long pieces from the wood dowel for the crossbars. Then we lightly sanded the ends and sides. For the mini shelves, we cut the poplar board to 9 inch, 7 inch, and 5 inches long. We're using a cordless multi-tool to make the cuts, but you could also use a miter box and handsaw. Here are all our materials cut and ready to be assembled. We turned on our SureBonder glue gun and laid out our pieces and started to glue. We laid both side by side to be sure the pieces were placed equally. We're using the SureBonder wood glue to get a nice strong hold on this project. To attach them, we glued a tiny hinge on the top using the SureBonder Tough Stick glue. We set up the frame and added the shelves. The great thing about this glue is we don't have to wait long for it to set up. And here it is, cute as can be. We added some paint and decorations, and it's done.
So what do you think? Is that cool? I love that. Every time I look at that in my window, I'm just like, that's so cool. I'm probably gonna keep that up. The succulents on there, I'll probably keep that up all the way till Christmas. I think that'll work, and then I'll do my Christmas decorations on it.
Well, you know what's really cool about that is we just finished that double plant stand with the ladders, and it's right outside her living room windows, and now she's got the tiny one in her kitchen window.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
I love the contrast between the tiny and the big.
Yeah.
It's just really nice to bring in a little bit of nature.
Yeah, I like it. Well, let's head back to my house because we have 2 more segments to share. We got an oops moment from that ladder, and we also have, I don't know if you remember our little barn door, but we're gonna do a project follow-up on that. So let's go.
Let's go.
We are here at my house in front of our double ladder plant stand that we shared about a week ago on our channel, and we actually had an oops moment with this project that we wanted to share with you today.
I sure wish I could say this was a one-time oops moment, but you know what? It wasn't. For some reason, we have the hardest time when we drill into the end piece of wood, and we forget to do one very important step.
So every time we drill into the end of wood, we end up splitting the wood, and it's because that's a weak part of the wood. So what happened is we split the wood, and also we had tear out when we drilled through the piece of wood. And so this has happened to us before, and the solution to that is to give a little bit more support to the end of the piece of wood, which you can see here we clamped it, and then we also clamped a piece of wood to the bottom side to help prevent the tear out. And both those things worked out. Just wish we had done that from the very beginning.
Tear out is when you turn that piece of wood over and you see all that kind of splintery wood. Well, that extra piece of wood helps to keep that from happening. What we ended up ultimately doing was actually clamping that fence picket to the actual step and drilling right through.
And that's what you saw in the final video. And the reason we were able to do that is because we were actually using quality spade bits, and these are the spade bits of choice that we use all the time. But if we weren't using quality spade bits, we would have probably had some more issues, and we wouldn't have been able to drill all the way through, which we ultimately decided on. Anytime you're working on a project where you're drilling larger holes or anything like that, make sure you get quality bits. Also, the other secret that we started doing is whenever we get projects that involve lots of pieces of wood, we actually usually get an extra piece of wood in case we have an issue. And then if we don't end up using it, we can return it easily to the Home Depot. Those are our two pieces, is think through your cuts, get quality bits, and get extra material.
Extra.
Welcome to Project Follow-Up. We are doing a follow-up on the project we made 3 years ago of the little barn door for my people. Oh, let me see who's at the door. Oh, it looks like it's Mom. Come on in. I was just telling them about the little barn door that we made 3 years ago.
It's still hanging tough.
Yes, so if you remember that video, we'll put a link to it below. But we actually use Succulent, which is a moldable glue.
Moldable glue,
yeah.
yes.
And we use that to attach it to the door. And the reason we used it is because it's heavy duty, but it also can be removed. So when I move, I can take this off the door and
No damage.
and there'll be no damage to it. Yeah. We had somebody ask how it doesn't fall off of the door because it's so light. Well, it did.
It did. Used to.
Yeah, it did early on. So what was our solution?
We put a magnet on the back.
Yeah.
And take this right off, and there's a magnet right here.
So we actually just put a magnet there, and since this is the magnetic door, or it's a metal door, it sticks to it. So it does allow you to still slide it, but it also sticks so when you're slamming the door, that's not a problem. Actually, the first time it fell was my nephew slammed the door.
Yes.
And that's okay, they're kids.
Yes. Well, we should point out that this is really now pretty much a decorative feature because we do now have a Ring doorbell, which we actually use to see outside. But it's fun, and it's a conversation piece, and we absolutely love it.
Yeah, I do sometimes still look out of it though. Even though I have the Ring doorbell, I do sometimes look out of it. But if anything, it's a conversation piece. It also does cover the people since I don't really use it. And if you remember, the reason we covered the people was because there are cameras that people can buy online that will go on the outside of your people and people can see into your house. Don't get scared, but it's a real thing, and that's the reason we made just this simple little cover. I mean, you could put a sticky note, you could knock the people. There's a lot of solutions. We just thought this was cute and fun, and it's held up. It really has.
It has.
Yeah, it's held up well, and the Legos held up well. We haven't had any issues with it, and we actually, this is something that we shared. We were on a TV show 3 years ago, and we shared this project, so we'll put a link to that below. And so it's been 3 years. It was March 4th when we were on that show and shared this. Yes. We also made a couple different versions of these, and we have those up in our garage.
Yes. Yeah, it's a little decorative thing now.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Yes. And if you have a project you want to see a follow-up on, just put that in the comments, and maybe we'll choose yours to feature on another episode of Workshop Wednesday. And we're back. Wow, we picked up a stray. This is actually my sister, Anita. She's from Orlando, and she's actually been sitting right over there watching us the entire time, making us just a tiny bit nervous. And I wanted her to come on and talk a little bit about her Instagram account. Works at Disney World and actually Universal. Can I say that?
Don't tell anyone.
She has a very unique perspective on Florida attractions. I just wanted her to tell you a little bit about it.
I have a really fun Instagram account called A Florida Adventure. Would love for y'all to follow me. I travel around Florida visiting resorts, theme parks, attractions, state parks, all kinds of fun things to do here in Florida, and would just love for you to follow around with me.
We live in Tallahassee, Florida, so we get down to Orlando pretty often. But we're curious, do you get to Florida, and what is your favorite Florida attraction? Let us know in the comments below, and let Anita know. Go visit her on her Instagram.
Give her a follow.
Yes, follow her on Instagram. So we are gonna, you can get back to your front row seat. So now, is it time?
It is time. It's way over time. It's time to choose the winner of the $150 gift card to Wall Control.
Yes.
Again, Wall Control is the metal pegboard that we use in the garage and actually inside the house.
Yeah. So I have the list of everyone that entered on my computer, and then we have a random number generator. It's all right here. And so we're gonna generate a random number, and we're gonna see who the winner is.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see.
And I'm gonna read it.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Well,
the number is 148. So let's see who
that is.
That is.
Oh, this is Calvin Williams from Texas.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, Calvin Williams from Texas. Staff will be emailing you and getting all the information you need so you can collect your $150 gift card.
Yes, awesome. There is a lot of people that entered that didn't win, sadly, but we have talked to Wall Control, our contacts at Wall Control, and they are providing us with a 15% off code for all of our followers starting now. And for the next 30 days, you can go to wallcontrol.com, get what you want, and in the coupon code section, you can add MDP15 and get 15% off your order.
So we appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we're going to head out and we're going to be working on our next project, which is a cat condo for my grandkitty.
Yep. So we'll get to work. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.